I used to get a lot of communists asking me, you people are doomed. Capitalism is doomed, right? And I said, when is this going to come? He said, oh, later on this century. And I remember back in 1974 saying, I had about 2,000 people, it's on record. I said, let me tell you this. By the end of the century, Russian Marxism will collapse. And they'll be enjoying capitalism the way we do here. And I know your kind. You were in Russia. You were kicked out of Russia. And you come here to enjoy the benefits of what we have to offer here. Right? You work here. He was on the wharves. Then he gets triple time working on Sunday. I said, you think you'll get that in Russia? You can come here and you can criticize. You do that in Russia, you know what they'll do to you? They'll put you against the wall and they'll bloody shoot you. The only thing now is the war, the real war, is in the Middle East. With terrorism. These terrorists may want to shock people here in Sydney, and they'll pick on the best venues. The Opera House, the Bridge, the grand finals, but we have the best policemen money can buy. We have Asia. No if they do their job, no terrorist will be able to get his way here in Sydney. I was here during the peak of the Cold War, and that was really, really something. The communist warlords used to come there and used to oppose me, right? And they were good because they attracted a lot of people. I used to say things like, all those who had sex last night, could you put your hands up like this? One or two. I said, this is why you need me here. Only 1 out of 1,000 had sex last night. When you asked if you had sex last night, he said, Victor, you didn't put your hand up. I can tell you what she wants to ask me. I'm telling you that.
Okay, tell me.
They say, that guy there on the stairs, not bad, has a charismatic, sexually charismatic.
God, you know me so well.
It's so right, isn't it?
Mind reader as well.
Oh God, you're fabulous.
And we used to have one communist on one side, say a big crowd, one and one Nazi. The Nazi used to come there with their uniform, Nazi uniform. You know that? And the communists, like the Wolf communists on there. And they said, oh, Victor, you know, they come up with so much crap. What do you think of them? Do they affect you in any way? And I used to say, yes. The Nazi guy gives me constipation, and the communist gives me the shit. You know, Skull, here's something very interesting. He used to come in his Nazi uniform, big swastikas and everywhere. And one day he came up, you know, in a big crowd, and he was trying to argue with me. And I said, isn't there something very peculiar about you, Rosmay? He said, what? I said, you hate the Jews, don't you? No. Oh, yeah. Burn all of them. I said, do you know your name, May, is short for Maya, which is a Jewish name? Didn't your parents ever tell you that? You know what happened? He walked out and he never came back. Because it's true. And he was the guy who was vociferously going like this against the Jews until somebody said to him, May is short for Maya. And that's enough for me today. Well, thank you. I want to hear it.